So what exactly is motion design or motion graphics, and what do motion designers actually do? Let's find out. Hi guys, my name is Manuel. I'm a freelance motion designer, so let's hope I know what I'm talking about. But first of all, let's take a quick dive into history. Once upon a time, before smartphones, the internet, and even computers, let's call it the analog time. There were people who drew logos and posters, developed fonts on actual paper and canvases. This tribe of people was called designers. Then film, cinema, and later TV was invented. And people thought, it would be so much better if graphics on screen actually would move. Anyways, at that time, everything was drawn by hand, frame by frame. First black and white, then in color. A slow and laborious process. In the 70s, computer-generated graphics started to become a thing.
Another special system is the character generator. The character generator electronically generates numbers and letters.
Computers and software easily cost hundreds of thousands of dollars at that time, so it was a very rare and expensive thing to use. Let's call the nerds dealing with these massive machines animators. Designers would do concepts and layouts, pass them on to the animators, and they would then animate. In the 90s, computers got much faster, smaller, and more affordable. Data could be stored digitally on disks, DVDs, and hard drives. New software came out like Photoshop, Illustrator, After Effects from Adobe, so step by step it got much easier and cheaper to produce animations. And with many new TV channels, with the internet getting faster and faster and screens spreading, the demand for animations grew exponentially. Designers started to get into animation. Animators got into design. So the two professions started to blur into each other. And this new hybrid species is called motion designer. I started to use After Effects when version 4 came out. And I went to an actual bookstore and bought a book which is called Classroom in a Book to learn the basics of After Effects, because no fast internet at that time. So to finally answer the question from the beginning, motion design is basically design which is animated, changing over time, preferably on a screen. Motion designers do both, creation and animation. So there are artistic and technical aspects to it. It's a very broad field, which of course involves design, animation, but also editing, compositing, visual effects, and many more things. Motion designers are usually involved in the creative process from the beginning on. They come up with ideas, write concepts, put together mood boards and presentations, create layouts, and then animate. There's no motion designer like the other. It's depending very much on personal interests and style. You might be more into clean and simple shapes, or you might have a rather illustrative style. You might stick to 2D animation or do 3D as well, or even traditional frame-by-frame animation. Motion design is everywhere. From social media content, websites, broadcasting, film, to any kinds of screen outdoors and inside, LED walls, events, shows, computer games, apps, UI design, virtual reality, logo animations, title animations, explainer videos, brand films, animated presentations, ads. That's an endless list, which of course opens a lot of possibilities. I started doing motion design for broadcasters, then it switched to stuff like explainer videos, and then to motion designs for big events, fairs and shows, like creating content for huge LED walls and projections. The crazy thing is, it's all the same tools: Illustrator, Photoshop, After Effects, and some additional 3D. The comp size, the frame rate, and the resolution might be different though. And the content, of course, which is amazing because no project is like the other. There are always new challenges and new problems to be solved, which can be frightening and overwhelming at the beginning, especially if you think of the broad skill set you need as well. But the more experience you gain, the easier it gets to deal with it, and the more fun it gets. On the left side, I've added some videos you might like. Thanks so much for watching, I really appreciate it. What are you struggling most with as motion designer? Let me know in the comments below. See you in the next video. Bye! And overwhelmed. Oh,